when your company is a target of choice of somebody trying to phish somebody in your company by sending them a very credible email or social media type of campaign that they want that person to click on it, they are not going to be stupid enough to reuse IP addresses and URLs of or attacks that they have played before, because they know that tools like QRadar can easily get a stick and taxi feed, or even from the PhishMe application that you can download from the App Exchange, you can get feeds of URLs and IP addresses. For example, if I go here and look for phishing, I have in here IP addresses and URLs and host names. The bad guys are not going to reuse this, but what they don't have the luxury to actually do is to recreate all the artifacts involved in a phishing attempt. They may left some PDF, some PHP, some JPEG, GIF, etc. And one of the good things about the threat intelligent feeds like the one that PhishMe provides is that it gives you SHA-256 of malicious artifacts, and here we have a sample. So as the bad guys are doing their attack and you got all the traffic going, if you have tools like QNI is actually processing all those, it's getting a copy of all that traffic, and one of the many things that it does is compute the hashes of each and every one of the files involved in here. And one of the ways of actually showing that, I have a simple search here that looks for content from QNI that contain hashes. And as you see, this is real-time computation of all those hashes of every artifact, JPEG that you saw in there, HTML, PHP, all sort of files, they get computed. And if I got a good thread a source of good threat intelligence that has artifacts that has been reused before, which is a chance. These guys do not create their own tool. They craft those tools to launch attacks to specific companies. Then what you will get is that QRadar can easily detect that, because QNI is tightly integrated, is a component of QRadar. And if you move to the offenses tab, we see that just right now, it's 11:49. A few minutes ago, when I started playing the pickup of all these traffic, in which small pieces of it contains artifacts that were part of a previous phishing campaign, then I get offenses to fire. And as we see, QRadar detected several bad things, command and control, many things. But the rule that I want to emphasize in here, this is trivially simple, thanks to the intelligence based in QNI. QNI is giving me a property called file hash, and when any one of those properties is contained in the reference set that you showed you before, this offense fires, and you can be sure that there's no false positive here. This is a phishing attempt on your company, and you can actually proceed accordingly.